shit.
That's what. That's you see how much drama happens with parties, bro. I ain't with none of that.
Oh, bro, I feel it.
Because I'm active, and you ain't gonna treat me like nobody. Like
when you're on stage, you party hard, though. Like you get everybody lit.
Heck yeah.
Well, what's up, guys? My name is Decon. I got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Trensetta, the Texas native, bro. You've been blowing up in New Mexico like a shit ton. Like, like your name is getting like tossed around between a lot of the artists right now, and like everybody's catching wind. Your last show was like nuts, dude.
Oh yeah, it was
and that
crazy.
show was nuts. But I'm just gonna hit you with some like rapid fire, some questions real quick to kind of get to know you a little bit more. So obviously, like you've been having like some good momentum right now with some of the new releases and stuff. But what got you specifically into like the music realm of like what you're doing right now?
Shoot. If you want to take it back, man, I remember when Lil Wayne was my favorite rapper. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean. So I always like used to write little raps in class and stuff like that. And one time I wrote a rap in class, man. I'm talking about I had the class so live, like everybody was in the class just lit. Like it's like this boy hard. Like I can't remember the full rap, but I know if I hit one of the homies up was on there, remember that shit. We had it live in the class, bro.
Did you do freestyles and stuff?
Yeah,
like rap battles and
beating
stuff?
on the table, all that, beating on the table and everything.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of like looking into like some of the stuff that you've been doing, and I gotta ask this, bro. Like, what are some of like your favorite projects that you got going on right now? Because you've been shooting off a lot of music.
Man, I've been working a lot with the cat Sauce Walker people. Some of his artists, Peso, Say So P. I'm planning on doing some stuff with this cat Rico Reckless. He ain't from that camp, but they deal with him a lot. Is that
Texas? Is he from Texas? I could have sworn.
No, Rico Reckless?
Yeah.
No, he's from Chicago, but he live down in Houston now. All them are from Houston, and Peso and Salsa from Houston, and then Say So from Memphis.
You're on one of their tour routes, aren't you? Like with some of their shows, bro. They've been hitting the New Mexico routes and going through like Arizona and like the Four Corners area pretty hard.
We're bringing Peso June 26th to Cake. Yeah,
over at Cake?
Yeah, Cake. Yeah.
Bro, that's a nice venue, dude. Last time we were over there, I was opening up for B.O.B. and bro, that setting is extremely intimate. Like if you've been on those stages and stuff, bro.
They got a good little setup.
But I want to kind of hit on your last show because, like, bro, your live performance on stage. So I knew a little bit about like what you were gonna do and like some of the stuff that you were gonna like kind of like present. But the way that when we brought in the whole entire like college crowd and they were all ready for you on stage, like you got to break down. What was like the favorite, like what was like your favorite moment of like that whole entire thing? Because there was chaos everywhere, bro.
I like the moment. There was a moment where I was like, I love New Mexico. If y'all love New Mexico, y'all say, you know what I'm saying? Y'all yell or something.
Yeah.
And they went crazy after that, man. I had them hyped up. It was going nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts, man. And then I just put my full energy into it. They had me lit too. I was like, let's go. We had a great night that night, you know what I mean? I performed like 3 songs. Everything that I performed is like on YouTube. I performed everything that I already laid, you know what I mean?
My favorite part that I saw that I don't know if you remember, but like there was this, how many girls did you pull up on stage?
I pulled a few of them, man.
There was a couple of them.
There was one that kept one of my hat. I gave her my hat. She was turned up. She gave it back at the end of the show, but she was hype, boy. She was hype.
Bro, you got everybody freaking dancing, and like there was like a couple moments where like you kind of like your stage presence of like how you command the crowd. Everybody like stopped everything they were doing, just like was like listening, and just like waving their hands back and forth, raging, jumping up and down, bro. Like that whole entire like setting, people were like sweating. Yeah. Like people were like, yo, like it, bro. I could go on and on.
It went nuts. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Like, did you kind of just like after like watching a lot of artists like performing and stuff, like did you kind of like adopt those types of styles? Like where did that come from? Like,
yeah, like watching like a bunch of famous people do concerts and stuff, bro. And I learned like how to break your energy up. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot. Rapping, singing, moving, like doing everything.
What's your favorite concert that like not you have performed at, but like you've like witnessed?
My favorite,
like your artists that you've seen.
Gee, that gotta be out of like. J. Cole did a fire ass concert here.
Here in New Mexico?
Yeah, like 8 years ago, like crazy. That shit was a highlight.
Was that at like Isleta?
Yeah, Isleta.
Damn.
Yeah.
Isleta pulls like 15, 18,000 people, 20,000 people. I think it's like.
It was lit though. He did a good job, bro. And then who was just out there? Lil Baby.
Was that for the Chris Brown concert?
Oh yeah, Chris Brown, Lil Baby. Yeah.
But I heard people were like more turned up for Lil Baby than
Heck yeah, it was crazy out there. I even got in a little brawl out there. It was wilding. It was tripping.
How often do you scrimmage with Vince?
Do what?
How often do you get into it with other people?
I don't get into it with people. I don't bother people unless you bother me. So if you bother me, you might want to just go there. I don't be bothering nobody, bro. I stay to myself, my own lane. I stay in my own lane, bro. I don't bother nobody unless you bother me.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
so I know that you're from Texas. What specifically brought you over to like New Mexico? What's the story behind that?
Well, my family moved out here, so we was back and forth in and out of Texas and New Mexico. So I always been back and forth all my life. Like Clovis is like a second home.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clovis, New Mexico. It's like a second home, man. I grew up all over Texas, but I'm always back in Clovis, back and forth, like all the time. And then I moved up here to Albuquerque. It's been like going on 10 years type stuff, back and forth to Albuquerque. And shoot, I love New Mexico. I love New Mexico. It's cool, especially the rent, cheap as hell. Everywhere else, through the roof.
Bro, we just got back from Colorado and it was nuts over there. My friends that are paying rent over there, they're like,
"What's up? That's crazy, bro."
It sucks over there.
I'm surprised we don't got more homeless people out here, bro. It's great. I mean, we don't got a lot here, but like in the city, they got a lot.
Bro, the homeless people over there are boring. They're not as fun as over here. Out of all the states.
They creative out here, boy. They crazy.
So I noticed that you've been kind of like going state to state, not only with like some performances, but also like you've been shooting a lot with some of the, like your content and stuff. I've seen some stuff over in Texas and a couple different other states. Out of like, you've been in the industry for like how long?
Like 10 years strong for sure.
10?
Sure, yeah.
So out of like, within like the 10 years of like a lot of the performances and a lot of the stuff that you've been doing, what have you I would say like where is like kind of like the hottest spots for you, like your top 3 like hottest spots?
Top 3.
That like you personally like to go to.
Top 3 gotta be Miami is number 1, Cali, and then Texas. Like Texas, there ain't nobody turn up like Texas, bro.
Specifically where? Because like I've noticed that a lot of like the Dallas-Fort Worth area, like
Dallas be lit.
They
like,
turn up.
That's a different type of party, bro. Like I don't care who you is. They put like, okay, we say put that urban shit with the hillbilly, just smash that shit together. Like
the venues over there too.
They going crazy.
They have a shit ton of venues up there too.
Yeah, hell yeah. Ecstasy is like one of the main spots everybody go to, bro. Like,
how about in like Cali?
Cali.
Because you've done some like pretty lit shows. You have like a huge one over there. You have a pretty good following.
I did one in Hollywood, Cali. I did one out there, and with Dej Loaf. I did it with Dej Loaf. I did. Who else was there? I can't remember. It was lit though. It was a good show for sure. I went on right before Dej Loaf, and then she did a good job.
How it's not only just like Dej Loaf and like those. Like that crowd, you also roll with like certain. You've done stuff with like Boosie and like Power, right?
Yeah, we just got done doing a concert with Boosie, Lil Flip and Paul Wall. Shoot, it was good and almost sold out. It was pretty fire. Boosie, cool dude. Paul Wall, he down to earth, man. I like him. Him and Flip. We kicked it in the little private room and chilled, and they drank and stuff, and we chopped it up for a little bit. But they definitely cool people.
They've had to. I've seen that. I've noticed that like a lot of like the hip hop scene is like very like if they see like especially with like the new performers that like certain openers and certain performers like that they like link up with or that they have like at their shows they don't usually like are very familiar with and they just are so like. They just like take it in like a community. You've done stuff with like Lil Wayne too. I know that or at least I've like passed by a couple of times.
I've only met Lil Wayne one time, bro. Like I met him in the parking lot. He's with Gunna, Birdman, and I forgot who else was there. But me and him chopped it up for a little bit. I'm not really a big weed smoker.
Yeah.
But the chick I was with, she was a weed smoker, and he hit the weed, Gunna hit the weed, and then Birdman came out, like, Wayne, get on the bus. I'm like, and he's like Wayne's an ass. I mean, not Wayne. Birdman's an asshole, man. You want to roll down the windows and close the blinds and shit. Like, he ain't cool at all. I don't like Birdman. Fuck that nigga. And I stand on that.
Yeah, I've had.
Like, I was young at that time too, so that really got me in my head. Like, you ain't shit.
I've noticed that it's like a lot of like the artists that like when you like meet them, like you have like this like impression of like what's gonna happen, but some people have like some bad experiences. Like,
bad experiences.
They're like first impressions.
Well,
like,
at the end of the day, you gotta realize like some of the people be frustrated, bro. They do this every day, and then sometimes they just need a chill day. You know what I mean? But they still gotta push on through. So yeah, sometimes they're just regular people, man. You can't be mad at me.
Some of them are exhausted.
You may meet him again, and he be live as hell. You be like, shit, he cool now. Like, he made amends with that old shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my favorite thing that I've seen was there was this tour coming through Salt Lake City that I was like doing production for. That was for Flatbush Zombies. They were on their tour, and they came through, and these guys, no rest whatsoever. They were just hitting city to city to city and getting on jets for some.
That's a rock and roll, right?
Like it was hard because like seeing like them as like a trio rap group, like going and nonstop going, like I'm amazed that these people just like they don't take a break. And so other than that, I noticed that one thing that I've always wanted to ask you though, every time I see you, you always like drift out.
Yeah.
Like you
today I'm on relax mode, man. I drove 3 hours to get here. You know what I'm saying? So I pulled right in and was like, man, I'm just going to the interview, man.
Bro, I know you always like drift out. You got like always like the most high end, like nicest stuff.
Yeah.
What's like your next piece or like what's like the next thing you're like trying to invest in?
I'm shooting next big project we trying to do is like some real estate, man. We trying to venture into real estate for sure.
Like property, like you want to own a house, you want to own land, like what?
We want to own blocks. Yeah, we definitely want to own some blocks. Yeah. Yeah, we may just turn a whole little unit. You know what I mean?
Like your own brokerage firm.
Yeah, get a little island type shit, bro. I know a couple people that got their whole neighborhood like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna put your name on it? Just be like Trensetta.
They got their last name. All the streets is their last name. I'm trying to get like them. I ain't never seen that. They the only people I've seen do that. I don't want to say their name like that, but they got the block sold up. Yeah. Yeah, I like how they living. Like, that's cool.
Bro, that's like such a flex. Like, you have like artists coming through and be like, hey, yo, stay on my block or something.
Yeah, you can move into my neighborhood, boy.
Bro, not only have I been seeing like some of the projects that you've been dropping and some of the stuff that you got going on, but on top of it, you've been doing some pop-ups and having those like kind of turn up. Are you having a pop-up?
Yeah, like, we finna have a little pop-up, man.
You know some dates or anything like that yet?
I can't say. I can't give away the date yet. It ain't, you know what I mean? We confirming the little spot where we're gonna do it at, but we definitely gonna pop up.
You gonna be doing some giveaways?
Interacting with the fans, and yeah, we're gonna do a little giveaway, some shirts and stuff, and then just, you know what I mean, interact with the people.
Yeah, I got you. Now, I kind of wanted to kind of poke at you about how, like, obviously, like, when you're on tour and kind of, like, opening up at, like, festivals or doing certain things, like, obviously, like, you got to work with, like, whatever they have going on. They're just bringing you out. You just get up on the stage, do your stuff, and then, like, get off. But, like, when it comes to your own type of, like, headlining show or home show, like, what is the setup? Like, what does that look like? Like, what, if you could, like, paint out, like, how your show is going to be for, like, a fan, and they're going to see you first time, like LED walls, like smoke cannons, like what am I looking at when I'm coming in?
Shoot. I ain't as big as them other artists and famous motherfuckers, but like I need to at least fill up Tingly, you know what I'm saying? Like at least Tingly Stadium.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to have that motherfucker wall to wall. Like phones and cameras out, you know? Like,
what is a must have at your show? Like
oh God. Yeah, okay.
Like, what's a must-have that you have on stage with you?
Must-have on stage?
Mm-hmm.
I got my turn-up partner.
He got his brother over there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you dancing on stage, too, or are you, like...
Man, I ain't no telling what we might
Cut up, man. We cutting up.
Bro, well, I know that you got a show coming up. When is your next show coming up? It's with Peso, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing like a little, it's not my show, but I'm probably performing a little song or something with them. It's in Lubbock, Texas on May 12th. I'm going to do a little pop in on them. And
see, you going back to Texas in here. You going everywhere.
Gotta show love where I'm from.
Hey, yo, you got to bring him some food. You got to bring him some food or some chili out from over
here.
here.
Man, green chili, the shit from New Mexico. Man, we go all the way to the east. They ain't never seen green chili, boy. Like, never. They don't even know what it is. They're like, green chili, is that you talking about jalapenos? Like,
dude,
nah.
I went to Colorado and this last weekend or last 2 weekends. Basically, I saw the funniest thing that they're doing in New Mexico is trolling Colorado right now. And on all the buses, on all the trains, billboards, everything, they're like, yo, come visit New Mexico. We got better green chili and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, they're like poking everybody over there.
Yeah?
It's funny, dude. They're like renting out a bunch of stuff. But yeah, the food here is like crazy. And I try to like put as many music artists on, like with what we got going on. Like my favorite stuff is like when they perform at like Sunshine Theater or like El Rey, like on Central. I usually try to take them across the street because it's like right there to like Sister Bar, and they got like some pretty good like burritos and like taco stuff that they have over there that like every artist falls in love with. But like the food and like the restaurant scene over here, like you gotta give me your top three.
Man, top three. I would say Matucci's. I ain't never seen that nowhere else. It's like Italian though. That one's Italian.
They got like three of them over in this small area.
Yeah, that's bomb. Like I'm a fan of Italian food, but like Mexican restaurant, Little Anita's is fire.
What do you usually get from like
Garcia's is fire?
Like what is like a go-to when you go to like, because that's like a lot of like the Hispanic influence.
Well,
because I judge
I can't think of my favorite plate there. But my favorite plate at Garcia is Pollo Palapa. It's like chicken cheese type thing. It's fire, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Every time I go anywhere else, if I see anybody like or any restaurant that say that they have like a Cuban sandwich or anything like that, I judge them hard. I'm like, yo, bring it through. Like, let me see.
Yeah. And then like shit, there's some places that they green chili ain't busting, but there's like them two places like green chili hitting.
Can you handle spice?
Yeah. I like. I don't want like not enjoyable spice.
Yeah.
Like a ghost pepper, fuck no. But like, I like green chili, bro. Like, he'll be spicy, and I'm cool.
Bro, I can't even.
But I ain't gonna take a jalapeno out the fridge and just eat that whole. You know?
I have some uncles that are like that.
My uncles used to do that, bro. He used to take that bitch out and just eat it. Like, you take it out the fridge and just eat it. Like, that's crazy.
I can't even have a hot Cheeto. I'll cry.
I'm cool. I can't do it. I can't like enjoyable hot. You know what I'm saying? If it's past that, I'm good. Like, I don't want that. If I take a bite and he breathing and sweating, nah, man. Take that back, man. Give me something without any kind of spice now. You done fucked up my whole shit.
Yeah, no, anything like that, that's it. Like, ketchup is a spicy sauce for me. Like, I'm too whitewashed. But basically, you've been doing a lot of stuff in the scene, a lot of, like, the big, like, brands here, a lot of, like, the big names that kind of have been established here in New Mexico, have been noticing you, have been kind of, like, just taking note of like what you've been doing, and also us with our groups, all the other artists over here. We love the representation of like New Mexico on our artists. If possible, can you bring me the New Mexico United bag? We kind of wanted to give you like a goodie bag real quick. In New Mexico, we got some New Mexico United stuff. So I want you to check it out and see what we got you. Got some pretty cool stuff.
Yes, sir. Got them broad shoulders, man, like the white. Oh yeah, this shit pretty fresh. Definitely fresh, bro. Good. United. That's their little store.
Mm-hmm. They got some United, dude, bro. United has like been like one of the, like they've blown up so big within the last few years.
I think I've seen one of these stores.
Soccer, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got that like these teams over here. They've been blowing up too, and everybody is like head to toe dripped out. That's like the new, instead of like wearing like the Zia symbols and New Mexico stuff, everybody just wears like United stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like in other states, we see people wearing like United stuff, bro.
I be rocking beanies, boy. I like that beanie. I like that beanie for sure. What else we got up in here?
We got some like schedules, like some like.
What's the schedule?
of like the soccer games and stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, we gotta get you for like a halftime.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
We gotta get you for a halftime for like one of these like UNM.
I want all my. Hey, I need all my publicity. I'm with it. I'm with it, man. I'm on my
what's your like go-to song to like perform on stage?
My go-to?
Like if like you only had like 1 or 2 songs to like perform, what is like your hardest like go-to?
Shoot, right now my new release, Rock With Me, is crazy. I like that song. Like, you know what I mean? Like I grew up on Michael Jackson, so it got like that Michael Jackson sample in it. It's on fire, bro. Like.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you bring me a secondary thing. So I kind of want to challenge you. So go into a little bit about Rock With Me, if you can. About like kind of like how like, first of all, what gave you what started that? What is like your creating process when it comes to like creating a song like that?
I like it. I gotta feel the beat. It gotta have a vibe to it. Like, but like sampling, I'm like getting big on samples, bro, because like I'm a fan of like older music because I was raised around older people, you feel me? Like my grandpa, grandma, and all them, they listen to Al Green,
Sam Cooke, all them.
yeah,
I grew up off of that too.
Yeah, like I grew up on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like I like sampling. I like samples in the beat. Like that's what everybody does anyway. Like you said, what you said earlier.
Well,
the
like,
great ones still.
Yeah, no, like
ideas.
a lot of like some of the studios that I've been. You've been. I know you go into like some of like the most premier studios, and when I was like learning a little bit about like the music industry and working with a lot of like the bands like Imagine Dragons and some of these like other like artists like in the indie rock area, one of the producers that was in the studio while we were in there, he was like, yo, like good music artists, like they make stuff, but like great music artists, they steal.
Yeah,
so
that's how I see Drake always stealing shit. I know he be stealing a lot.
I'm gonna present you with a challenge. I got 2 vinyls right here out of like my like mix crate.
Yeah.
I want to try to see, since you like oldies, we got Olivia Newton-John right here, and then we got a little bit out of my mysterious vinyl collection. I want to try to see if you can, within your next EP or within the next few songs, see if you can like try to sample some of that. Like I know there's like ripping off of like vinyls is like harder, but a lot of their MP3s and a lot of their songs is online.
That one, that Olivia, I might. But the other one, cause I just really just ran across this lady. They had her in a hard rock like cafe in Miami, and they had like her sweater up there and her face and stuff like that. They always, I guess, they take a piece of clothing from all artists that come through there and put it up, like famous artists like Michael Jackson, Jackie.
So they have like a whole like collection of different.
A whole collection, bro. So she was in there. You know what I'm saying? I'll make it rock out here. I'll make it rock with this. Show. Yeah, I may bring her back to life with this shit. Yeah.
If anybody can do it.
Yeah, I'll bring her back to life.
Out of curiosity, like you don't just stay like within like the like what is your sound like? I don't want to put you in a box of like what you do creatively, but like what at least like flavor of the week, like what have you been creating wise? Like,
I don't know, man. I got a wide variety of like me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't just stick to one kind of music.
Well, it's good to have like so many different things.
But like my favorite is like R&B. R&B is the go-to. I like all that new stuff like NLE Chopper. I like all that shit. I like the turn up shit.
He wish he was on.
I wish I could sing. If I could sing, they'd be in trouble, boy. Cause my looks in a singer, man, they'll be out of there, boy. I'll give it to
it's so
them.
weird, like.
Hair and a voice.
Man.
Bro, did you see like the Coachella lineup that they had like this year for what they had for like a lot of R&B artists coming through? Like I was watching like some recaps of what they did. Like they had this artist called Labyrinth, and he brought out.
I've seen that. I don't know who that is at all.
He brought out Zendaya, and I didn't even know that she could sing. And, like I knew like there was some stuff that she did like talent wise, but I didn't know that she was like a singer.
Yeah, there's some people like they just so freaking humble about them, you know what I mean? And they can do a whole lot of shit.
They have like they're multi-talented.
Yeah, multi. It's crazy. I met a lot of people like that. I met people that do it from engineering to the structure of the music, like crazy.
My favorite thing that I like watching is like some of like the side projects that these artists do like outside of like just like the music. Do you have anything like that going on?
What? Like what?
Like a side project, like for example, I've seen like for example, certain rappers kind of come out and like start out like restaurants or like do their kind of own things. If you have like
like DJ Khaled, he got his own restaurant out there in Miami. That shit fire.
Eminem has like a spaghetti like
I've been
thing that's like
I've been to Eminem studio. I did a song in Eminem studio. Yeah.
Shit, where's the studio?
Somewhere in Cali, bro. I can't remember exact area. It's been a minute. I was like, what was that, like 5 years ago?
Yeah, like 5.
Yeah, 5 years ago I did a song in his studio.
I think he was sitting outside in a what you call
Yeah.
it, sprinter van.
Yeah, they was outside and I pulled up on it, yeah.
So yeah, it would be my dream to go see like at least like the live aspect, because I've like it's one thing seeing like a music artist and it's like that's just like them just being in their natural state, but I like seeing like the talent wise of like their performance and stuff. Like, bro, I've studied so many artists. Like,
man,
I don't know.
I'm trying to think who I can give the best performance to. I can't even think, bro, who really had that fire ass performance that I'm like, oh man, that shit was crazy.
It's kind of different
crazy.
when like you're in it and you get to see it like every day and
Yeah.
like get to like work with these people, and it's like all of them are pretty good. But
They're all pretty good. They got their shit choreographed like good, like.
bro, I don't know, bro. Like I've seen a lot of
I can't wait till I get the dancers behind me and all the pyrotech.
I don't know, dude. Like I've seen you like live, and the problem is that like
That's
you
just
bring
addition.
random people onto the stage, and you get not only them but the whole entire. Bro, I still can't get over like the last show how you brought up several different people up on the stage and then got the whole audience rocking.
Man, I feel like that's when my natural element. I need to be on the stage, bro.
Bro, well, dude, I can't thank you enough for letting me harass you. Like, if you got any plugs, anything like that, let me know right now.
Well,
Like, you got any songs coming out, anything that's already out that you want?
I got a few I'm working on. Like I said, I'm doing a few with TSF. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to drop probably the next 2 months. I'm dropping like 2-3 songs at least that I collab with them on. And there's another one that's like got a sample in it. Y'all stay tuned. It's gonna be fire. That shit.
Where you can find them, man.
Hey, yeah, no, your socials, anything like
Oh
that?
yeah. Shit, y'all can follow me on. You know what I'm saying, The Real Trensetta on IG. I don't really do too much Facebook, but I got
Well, Facebook is
YouTube.
for grandmas.
Yeah, I don't do too much Facebook. But YouTube, you know what I'm saying? My YouTube channel is Trensetta. You can find all my music there. Spotify, Apple Music, everything. Tidal, you can find it on everything, all platforms.
Well, dude,
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough. Like, this is an honor, bro.
Hey,
Like,
thank you, bro. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
having
man.
me. Thank you for having me, for
well,
sure.
we're going to harass you later. I'm going to bring up your brother here in a few seconds so he can ask you a question or two,
All right,
and then
cool.
we can really harass you.
Cool, bro.
All right, peace.
Yes, sir.